Hey Scorpios, welcome to May 2019. So how was your last month? I know last month it said return of happy. I really hope that you guys embrace that energy and you guys are feeling less burdened with life. Okay, so the card that popped out for you Scorpios is the Three of Pentacles, which is all about being proud of the work that you've accomplished, being proud of the work that you've done, and making a plan and saying, hey, with this accomplishment, I can now do this, really making a plan with it, and not just squandering that energy away, because people are really looking up to you now, being like, wow, Scorpio has truly built something for themselves. Like the creative energy of even just accomplishing something within your work, like that's very creative and that's very positive. It doesn't have to be, oh, I published a book, but it can be something as, I got a new job, or, I got a promotion, or I just got a pat on the back at work. Whatever it was that was a positive reinforcement to the work that you've been doing, that has really boosted your reputation when it comes to your family and friends, and also even like your coworkers and the people around you. They've all now seen that you've kind of raised up a little bit, which is excellent. Okay, so something intuitive is happening this month, something intuitively that you are aware of. So it's not something that you're going to see physically represented in your actual reality, but it's something that you are intuitively aware of. And this intuitive understanding is of deception. Somebody taking from you, somebody lying from you, somebody deceiving you, somebody taking away your sense of freedom, your sense of change, your ability to change, and just created a lot of chaos. And they think that you don't know about it, but let's get real. As Scorpio, you intuitively know, okay? Scorpios see the dark side of people very easily, even if they're, light, love, and, fake to your face. You intuitively do know when somebody is being deceitful, when somebody has that darkness. And a Scorpio is really able to pull that out because a Scorpio can embody that darkness so well, and with class. And that's why a lot of people are so fearful of Scorpios, because a person who's recognized their shadow side, their dark side, is incredibly powerful. When you think about all the other signs, like including Libra, a lot of the times we put, and Sag, you'll put your dark side off and say, no, don't look at that. I'm only a positive, optimistic, successful person. Don't look over here. Like even when you think about like an Instagram post, it's a person. Yeah, I just saw this meme. It's a person taking a picture of their $1,000 shoes, but in the background, they're living in destitute and they have no food. And you can see that post and intuitively know that behind them is just chaos and a lie. So some sort of intuitive knowledge is coming to you this month. It's a download. It's saying, don't trust this person. It's saying this person did this. You're going to want to prove it because that's the detective in you, but you don't need to because you intuitively know. So proving it, what outcome is that going to do? You know what I mean? If it's to prove it just to kind of put it in their face and be like, look what you did, really, what outcome is that going to do? And is that really a positive outcome? You know what I mean? Is it really going to empower you? Or is it more empowering to know and to just separate yourself from it and say, yeah, I intuitively know this person has been doing some backstabbing things. I don't need to prove it. I know it in my heart. I don't need to prove it just to throw it in their face. I'm just going to separate myself from that energy and walk on. Subconsciously, Scorpio, you guys have been working really hard, keeping your head down. The envy and the destruction that this person is doing that you intuitively know they're doing, is because of your rise up, is because you've worked so hard, that you've been a little bit distracted. You've been putting your head down and just saying, I'm just working. And because of that distraction, this person's able to do some things from the outside, but it's solely based on a sense of envy because they don't want to work hard. They don't want to do this. They want the gloat. They want the glory without the actual sweat, blood, and tears, where you're willing to put in that effort. And that's all they see. They just see the outcome. They don't see the struggle because, you guys are really good at, keeping your goals close to the chest. My husband got offered like 3 jobs this month. He didn't even tell his mom. And they were all like city jobs. They're all like amazing opportunities. He didn't even tell his mom. I'm like, why? He's like, well, she doesn't need to know all that. And I'm like, Okay. I literally just said you are such a Scorpio. The person that is influencing this deception is some sort of water sign. So even if you don't know their actual zodiac sign, they're very emotional. Like it's a very emotionally based energy. The reason why they're deceptive toward you is just solely based on their own emotional insecurity that's going on in their lives, and it's really hurt their pride, and they're having a hard time grasping what's going on because they don't listen. That's really what it comes down to. They didn't listen to something that you said or something you did or something somebody else said, and now they have no grasp on what's going on when it comes to the work that they're doing in the world. So they're just looking at you like, well, they see the outcome and they don't see the struggle, so they're like, well, what the hell. So you are waiting for some sort of sign or message to confirm your intuition, because you know that it's only fair. You know what, that's going to give you a sense of justice, right? It's going to give you that sense of balance. Family and friends, they really think the world of you. So this deception is not coming from a family or a friend. It's coming from an external source, somebody that is not even in your inner circle. You can't trust them, and you've known that from the get-go. And now, like I said, they're really just confirming your first impression of them as well. Hope and fear is the 8 of Pentacles. So this is all about working hard and being proud of your ambitions. So you hope for it to continue to create positive opportunities for you, but you fear it as well because you're getting a lot of envy, right? And that doesn't feel good, right? To have jealousy and envy and to have negativity toward you. So it's almost like, well, maybe I shouldn't achieve. Maybe it almost feels like a blocker in a way. I was just talking to somebody who said this, where they said it's almost like their dad doesn't want them to be successful. It's almost like their dad didn't want them to be successful because it would mean that that they achieved more than them, and subconsciously the dad was blocking them out of his own insecurities. So if you're finding that the more success you gain, the more people are treating you differently, and you don't like that change, that shift, that can bring a lot of fear into continuing to excel, right? So just be cognizant of that you may be blocking yourself out of fear of, out of compassion for other people who aren't doing as well. It's almost like, like it feels very loving, like it feels like a positive thing, where it's like, especially like a family or friend member where you guys have always kind of been equal, and you know that the more successful that you do get, it is creating a little bit of tension within that relationship. So it's almost like, well, maybe I should step back a little bit and not do too well. I'm not sure if that resonates with you guys. Yeah, that's kind of like the feeling that I'm getting. Maybe it's something subconscious, coming from a childhood sibling rivalry, something along those lines, where as a kid you did something excellent, and a parent or a teacher or somebody in authority said, shh, you're going to make somebody else feel upset if you, show off what you've gained. And as a child, you've kind of embodied that and now said, well, when I succeed, it hurts somebody else, so I'm going to block myself to success. And I think now that you're gaining more success, you're starting to see that deception, you're starting to see that envy, and it's just reminding you of that childhood pain. So the outcome, Scorpio, is that you're waiting for some sort of sign or message to confirm that your intuition is right about deception. And what that does is it brings in a lot of opportunities. It brings in kind of a lot of memories as well of opportunities in the past that you've let pass you by. I'm just telling you right now, if it's for you, it's not going to pass you. Okay. So waiting for this message of deception, no point. You know it in your heart. And because you're waiting for it, you're not moving your energy, you're not flowing your energy. So that wait energy is what you're putting out into the universe. So the universe is giving you more energy of waiting. So if I were you guys, I would just let go. And then we have this female fire sign, Queen of Wands, who is really impacting this energy of a message of waiting to let go. This fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, who's incredibly abundant, is waiting for you to kind of let go of waiting so that they can bring you an opportunity, which will bring in more opportunities. So this person is kind of like the herald. This person is really going to bring in, hey, they're going to invite you to something. Say, hey, what about this? Well, why don't you do this? You've now done this, so now you have an opportunity to do this. And because you're waiting for the message of deception, you could block those opportunities. So let go of waiting and just bring in this fire signs opportunities because they are there. You just need to let go and allow it to come to the surface. Once you do that, you're going to feel a lot more accomplished. It's going to remind you of that inner child. You're going to be able to heal that inner child trauma of a fear of success and just bring in abundance. So by next month, I want to see all pentacles on this board, just saying abundance, power, happiness, health, wealth, all that good stuff, prosperity. That is the expectation for next month if you just let go of this need to prove that you've been deceived, okay? Let it go. It is what it is. You're right, yes, but there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do when it comes to deception. You're not going to go back on them and put energy there. You don't want to do that this month. Just cut it. Say, you know what? I knew that person was shysty. I now know to always trust my intuition. I don't even need to prove it anymore. I'm a Scorpio. I'm a natural detective. I have natural intuition and I know in my heart, so I don't need to prove it. Okay. Love you guys so much. As always, if you want a personalized reading, my details are below. And I use astrology and numerology in all my readings. Love you guys, and I will see you next month. Bye, Scorpio.